So we extend a warm welcome to every one of us who have been able to attend this important service. As you know, in Church, we have 3 services on Good Friday to mark the trial, the crucifixion of our Lord Jesus Christ, and the time he spent on the cross. These are very important times, because when we do this, we show the Father that we appreciate what his Son did for us. It's just like remembering your birthday. You celebrate that day, you thank God for it. So that's what we're doing today. We're in God's presence, the angels of God are here, and we're telling him that we remember what his Son did for us on the cross of Calvary. So God appreciates that, because it shows that we understand, we acknowledge that sacrifice that was paid for us. So we continue the reading we read in the first lesson, first service. So Mark 15, verses 21 to 32. Mark 15, 21 to 32. And we read last, yes, Mark 15, 21 to 32. Yes. So we read in the last lesson how Pilate tried to please the people, even though he told them that Jesus had not committed any sin. But the people shouted that they should crucify him and they should release Barabbas, who was a murderer. And that was because the chief priests who instigated them, because the chief priests and the Pharisees were envious of Jesus. So we said then that envy is the spirit of murder. It was what made Cain kill his brother Abel. So we start from here where they beat him, they smote him on the head with a reed and spat upon him. In fact, the Bible says that no man was marred or beaten as much as our Lord Jesus Christ. It's in the book of Isaiah. Those pictures we see of him on the cross is nothing compared to what he really looked like. His body was completely torn up. If you watch that film, The Passion of the Christ, you'll see how the cat of nine tails they used to beat him. Before they started beating him, of course, they tested it on the wooden pole. And when they struck that wooden pole and pulled it, the wood just came off. Can you imagine that happening on somebody's back? And it's like every time they whipped him and they pulled it, they beat him like this, there's a leg at the end of the whip. The leg would sink into the skin, and then they would just pull it away suddenly. So by doing that, they tear off the skin of the back. And they did that to him so many times. Somebody sent me a WhatsApp message yesterday. He said that he had about 540 wounds and he lost 6 liters of blood, according to the estimation. So we start from where it said, as he was carrying his cross, despite all the beating, he was still forced to carry the cross. Now, maybe you know the cross is 9 foot by length and 6 feet across. And it was made of very heavy wood. So it's hard enough for a normal, healthy man to carry a wooden cross. Talking about somebody who has been beaten mercilessly, who has lost so much blood. So Jesus was forced to carry his cross. This is part of the punishment that the Romans did. They will force the criminals to carry their crosses to where they want to be crucified. So that's part of the humiliation on the streets. And everybody will be mocking them and laughing at them. And actually in Israel today, there's a song called the Via Dolorosa, the path Jesus walked. And today, I'm sure if you watch television, you see many, many tourists going there and witnessing that. You know, how he carried his cross, that path till where he was crucified. So it got to a point that he couldn't carry it anymore. It was too weak and lost too much blood. And so they had to compel this Simon, a Cyrenian, who was a black man, who was passing by. They compelled him to carry the cross of Jesus Christ. What a privilege. What a grace. Somebody has said this is why black people have a strong association with him. Because we are the people that carried his cross when he could no longer carry that cross. This man was coming out of the country, he was the father of Alexander and Rufus, and they said, hey, you, come here. He said, what? Look, I have to carry that. because Jesus no longer carry it. So that's special grace that God gave that man. And I'm sure from that moment on, his life would have never have been the same. Because if you carry the cross of a Savior, that's a special blessing coming to you. So they brought him to a place called Golgotha, which means the skull. That means the death place. And the first thing they did was to give him wine mingled with myrrh. Now, why did they do that? Many don't understand. You remember when Jesus was born, the wise men came and brought him gifts. What are those gifts? Frankincense, myrrh, and gold. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Those are the three gifts they brought him. And that spoke of what he was going through, to go through in his life. The gold spoke of his divinity. The frankincense of his humanity was both God and man, and myrrh of his sufferings. So this myrrh was mixed with wine. Now, when they gave him that, somebody who doesn't know, because normally by the time you get to that stage on the cross, you're very thirsty, because you've lost so much blood anyway. It's extreme thirst. Anybody who has lost blood will tell you that the first thing they notice is that they're very, very thirsty, because there's no blood flowing. They feel like getting some water. So when they gave Jesus that wine, he was supposed to have just, gulped it, to get him strength. But the myrrh inside was supposed to make him 10 times more thirsty. So it was a punishment. It was not to relieve his pain at all. They gave me that mingled myrrh. Said, but he received it not. Because he knew what would happen. He knew that if he tasted that myrrh, it would make him even more thirsty than it was already. Let's go to Matthew 27:34. Matthew 27:34 and 33 and 34. And go to John 19:17. Matthew 27:33 and 34. And John 19:17. Yeah. Matthew 27:33 and 34.
And when they had come to a place called Golgotha,
yes,
that is to say, place of a skull,
yes,
they gave him wine mingled with gall to drink. But when he had tasted it,
yes,
he would not drink.
yes. Okay. Is that 33 and 34?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go to John 19:17.
And he,
Yes.
bearing his cross,
Yes.
went out to a place called the place of the skull, which is called in Hebrew Golgotha,
Nice.
where they crucified him
Yes.
and two others with him,
Nice.
one on each side and Jesus in the center.
Thank you. So, when they had crucified him, in case many of you don't understand how the crucifixion works, you see the picture where they put the nail in his hand, but actually that's not where they put the nail. The nail is actually put here, at the wrist, because if they put it here, it will just tear off. His weight will just tear through. So, but if they put it here, then the bones are closed here, and the bones can hold the body. So it was actually here they put the nails. You see, on each side, because they put it in the hand, the weight of the body will just tear through the ligaments in a second. It will last. And actually, they do this in Philippines every year, like in this Easter now. Those Filipinos, about 3 people get crucified every year. They know where to put the nail. They put it there. They hang for about 2 or 3 hours, and they bring them down. They don't die because they don't receive the punishment that Christ received. So you can actually put it in between the nails, avoid the ligaments, and you can still survive it. It's not, it's just to hang the body because the bones are closed here. So when you put it there, it will hold the body, it will not fall through. Not only that, they put the nails through his feet as well, and they hang them. So they do that while they're lying down. So when they raise the cross, they just put it down in the hole. It's a big jar, so that it adds more pain to the body. Can you imagine somebody who has been beaten mercilessly? Now it's hanging and just wham in the ground. The body just suddenly jacks. So every time they do that, the person cannot breathe. It's very difficult to breathe. So they're trying to breathe every time they use their hind legs to try and push themselves up to breathe out, slowly drowning. So that's why they broke the legs of the others. Because once they break the legs, then they cannot leave themselves up. They can't leave themselves up to breathe, and the next thing they just suffocate and die. So by the time they got to Jesus, of course, we know that he had already died. So they didn't have to break his legs. He had already died. It's a very terrible way to die, and it was invented by the Romans, not the Jews. And he says that when they had crucified him, they parted his garments, casting lots upon them what every man should take. Well, in case you don't understand this, you see, the people that crucified the criminals, whatever the criminals had was their property. That was their own gain from what they had done. So whatever the criminal had, they would divide it among themselves, and whoever gets what gets it. So they did the same with Jesus. They said, who's going to take this man's garment? Now, he had only one garment. The whole body, they couldn't divide it. So they said, okay, now they say, well, you take the trouser, you take the shirt, you take the belt, I'll take the shoes or whatever. But in this case, he just had only one garment. So that's why the Lord is like a dice. And they play it and say, what number do you take, what number do you take? Whoever gets this number will get the cloth. And so they did that, and whoever got it took the garment of Jesus. History confirms that man who actually got that garment, he became a Christian, and he asked them to kill him. After he got the garment, he said he had turned to be a Christian, and of course the sentence was death. And they killed him as well, eventually. The person that got the garment of Jesus Christ. There's a book called The Robe. If you read it, you see the history there. So it was the third hour, and they crucified him. And they wrote this superscription on his cross, which is INRI, which means the King of the Jews. The King of the Jews. Now, the Pharisees did not want that to be written, because they didn't accept Jesus as the King of the Jews. But Pilate said, what I've written, I've written. I cannot change it. So there were two other thieves with him, the one on his right hand and the one on the left. So how can Jesus, who did not commit a sin, be crucified like a criminal with two thieves? Is that fair? No, it was not fair. He was crucified like a common criminal. That is, he took the place of you and I, because he was declared guilty who was innocent. Matthew 27:38. Matthew 27:38. And that was fulfillment of scripture which said he was numbered with the transgressors. He was numbered with the transgressors. That means Isaiah 53:12, Luke 22:37. Matthew 27:37 and 38.
Then two robbers were crucified with him.
Yes.
One on the right and another on the left.
Yes. And then you can go to Isaiah 53:12 and Luke 22:37. Luke 22:37.
Luke 22:37.
Mm-hmm.
For I say to you,
Yes.
that this which is written must still be accomplished in me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was numbered with the transgressors.
That's it. It was numbered. 53:12. Yes. If I read the whole of Isaiah, because that tells you about the cross. The prophet Isaiah is one of the greatest prophets, and he prophesied about the crucifixion of our Lord Jesus Christ. Start from verse 1.
Verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who has believed our report?
Yes.
And to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed?
Mm-hmm.
For he shall grow up before him
Yes.
as a tender plant,
Yes.
and as the root out of dry ground.
Mm-hmm.
He has no form of comeliness.
Mm-hmm. Comeliness.
And when we see him,
Mm-hmm.
there is no beauty
That
that
is
we
desired.
should desire him.
Mm-hmm.
He is despised and rejected by men,
Yes.
a man of sorrow
Mhm.
and acquainted
Familiar with grief, yes.
and with grief,
Mm-hmm.
and we hid as it were our face from him.
Yes.
He was despised, and we did not esteem him.
Yes.
Surely he has borne our griefs
has borne our griefs
and carried our sorrows.
and carried our sorrows.
Yet we esteemed him stricken, esteemed by God and afflicted.
He was struck by God.
But he was wounded
Yes.
for our transgression.
Yes.
He was bruised for our iniquities. And the chastisement for our peace was upon him.
Yes.
And by his stripes,
Stripes.
by his stripes we were healed.
Yes.
All we like sheep had gone astray.
Yes.
We have turned everyone to his own way.
Yes.
And the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all.
Yes.
He was obsessed and he was afflicted.
Yes.
Yet he opened not his mouth. He was laid as a lamb
Yes.
to be slaughtered,
Slaughtered. Yes.
and as a sheep before its shearers
Yes.
is silent.
Yes.
So he was opened not his mouth. He was taken from prison and
Yes.
from judgment.
Yes.
And who will declare his generation? For he was cut off from the land of the living.
Yes.
For the transgressions of my people.
Yes.
He was stricken.
Yes.
And they made him grave with the wicked.
Yes. They made his grave with the wicked.
Wicked. But with the rich at his death,
Yes.
because he had done no violence,
Yeah.
nor was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Lord
Yes.
to bruise him.
Please the Lord to bruise
To
him.
bruise him. He has put him to grief.
Yes.
When you make his soul an offering for sin.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. So, we see that the Prophet Isaiah spoke exactly what happened on the cross. Why he went to the cross. What he experienced on the cross. Everything was there. So, the cross was not a surprise. It had been prophesied years before. And Jesus Christ fulfilled it. So those that passed by, at the time of Christmas, Mary's mother was there with John, and other apostles were there with him. And they were all crying, of course. And Mary had been told when she brought the baby Jesus to the temple on the 8th day, she had been told by Simon that a sword would pierce your hearts. Speaking of the crucifixion of her son. She might have understood what it meant, but it told her that a sword would pierce your hearts. And so she was there at the foot of the cross, seeing her son, who had done so many miracles, the miracle worker, who had prayed to so many people, who had raised the dead, dying like a common criminal. How do you think Mary felt? We just talk about Mary. We don't know what she went through. It was terrible agony. To have witnessed that son we were so proud of, who had saved so many. And there was nothing she could do about it. That was the worst thing. Helpless, watching her son die on the cross. See, this is why with this church we have to celebrate Holy Mary Day on the first week of July, because to acknowledge our own cross as the mother of our Savior, what she went through. Not only through the rejection, the fact that she had him, and Joseph was not his dad, but throughout her life, she was constantly, they spoke bad about her, looked down on her as an illegitimate, And now finally, after all that, this son was also crucified. So, we need to remember that there was a huge sacrifice she paid as well. Not only her son, but she also paid a huge price. So those that passed by, they railed on him, wagging their heads and saying, you that destroyed the temple and promised to build in 3 days, save yourself and come down from the cross. This is the way the world will speak to you when you are going through your own cross. Because every one of us has a cross to carry. If you're a follower of Jesus Christ, you'll be given a cross. That means you have to go through a tribulation in your life. But those that don't understand it will tell you, why do you have to go through this problem? We'll take you to one Baba somewhere in the village. One Afa somewhere will help you. You don't have to go through this cross. They don't realize that God is doing something in your life. They told Jesus, you said you're going to rebuild the temple in 3 days. Are you not the one that fed 5,000? Are you not the one that raised Lazarus from the dead? Are you not the one who opened the eyes of the blind? What are you doing on the cross? Calm down and free yourself. But the will of God is different from the will of man. Man wants the easy way, where God wants the way of the cross, the way of death to the flesh. So save yourself and come down from the cross. Had Jesus listened to them, you and I would not be here today. But the fact that he hung on that cross, he said, whilst he was on the cross, I was on his mind. He was thinking of you, he was thinking of myself, he was thinking of millions of people that will come to the saving knowledge of God through his sacrifice. There is no blessing without the cross. This world, they all want blessing, they don't want to go through the cross. It doesn't happen like that. If you want the blessing, you must go through a period of tribulation before the blessings begin to come. But most of us, we want quick way. That's why many pastors are going to Baptist to get power, get occults, all these things. Because the normal process is that you will go through the guide and get semen yourself before you can begin to be blessed. So likewise, also the chief priests, mocking him, said among themselves with the scribes, he saved others, himself he cannot save. You see? The world will mock us when we're going through our crosses, when we're carrying our crosses. And they say, is it not the evangelists? Is it not the prophets? Why is he going through this? If you go and speak to many people that God has used, and they tell you what they've gone through, you won't even want to come near and just say, I had a story, I don't know how true, of how Papa Shofar in one day lost 5 children. I don't know how true, but this is something I had. In one day, 5 children died instantly. This is part of the cross. Don't think it's easy when you see somebody casting out demons. You don't know what they've gone through in their lives. You don't know when miracles are happening, the price they had to pay to get to that stage. So don't envy them. The chief priest said, he saved others, himself cannot save. Let Christ, the King of Israel, descend now from the cross, that we may see and believe. And they that were crucified with him reviled him. See? They were making fun of him, not knowing that he was doing the work of salvation to save you and I. If you are going to look for the easy way, you cannot get the victory. You must be ready to go through the cross. The cross means the death of your flesh and the resurrection of your spirits. When you do that, you can wait to receive the blessings of God. But if you don't want that, you want to take a shortcut, you will not get that blessing. You must go through the cross. He said, at the name of Jesus, let's go to Ephesians 2, chapters 8 and 9. See what God said. That name of Jesus, it did not come cheap. No. Say, I cast you in the name of Jesus. He came through a great sacrifice. Ephesians 2, 8 and 9, I think. Let's read it. Anybody can go there. Said, at the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow. In heaven, under the heaven. Okay. Yes. Let's see. Actually, it was Ephesians chapter 1. Okay, 2 8. 8 and 9, yeah.
And being found in the appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death.
That is it.
Even the death on the cross. Therefore, God also has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name. That at the name of Jesus, every knee should bow, of those in heaven, and of those on earth, and of those under the earth.
That's it.
And that every tongue should confess that Jesus Christ is Lord.
That's it.
To the glory of God the Father.
That's it, you see. Because he obeyed to the point of death, he was given a name above every name. The name of Jesus did not come cheap. It came through great suffering. You too, if you want to have that kind of name, that kind of power, you would have to go through that suffering to get to that level. So that's what Lord Jesus Christ did. And we thank God that he did not listen to them. He did not come down from the cross. Had he done that, there would be no plan of salvation. There would be no way for you and I to be saved. We thank God for this privilege. May the Lord give us the revelation that we need to go through the cross before we can have the promotion of God. And we must not despise the chastening of the Lord. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth or punishes. May God bless you.